respect of everybody's time. Perfect. Lunch is going to be served after 2 meetings, so we're going to do our very best to stay on track today, be done on time, so that way that you don't fall out and hunger on us. That would probably be a good thing. But welcome. Happy to see everybody here. If I may, I'd like to go ahead and see if I can get my clicker. Hold on. We have a new clicker, so it works.
Sometimes if you have it manually,
No, it doesn't even move here. There we go.
then
All right. If I can welcome up to the front of the room, Mr. Timothy Stratton from Cross Country Mortgage. Oh my gosh. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I'm okay with you moving past that issue, but it does make me look 10 years older than I actually am. My name is Tim Stratton with Cross Country Mortgage. Thank you guys for having me. They had, lunch should be here around 11:15. They had a good schedule today, so they're trying to fit us in whenever they can. But they just called us at about 11:15. So a few things I want to go over with you. First of all, I know you're probably hearing about it. Rates have actually gone down this week, so that's a good thing. You know, with good credit, 25% down, conventional and stuff like that, you could probably get maybe like 6.25 to maybe 6, you know, depending on how much money they put down. So that's good. Hopefully they continue to go down for us. As far as Cross Country Mortgage, a couple things that we do a little differently. You know, I know you have some great lenders here, and we often sort of do the same thing, but there's some things that we can do differently. We can go up to 57% debt to income on FHA and VA. I know Guilford County had already done their assessment, but if any of you guys do loans in Alamance County, they just did their assessment and the value's almost doubled. So taxes are going to go up over there. Supposedly they're going to lower the number. I don't know. It's supposed to happen in June. So I have people right now that I was qualifying at 55, 56. And that number is going to change now because the tax prices are going up. So if you have anybody like that you think that's going to affect, you have to go a little bit higher net income. We can do that on FHA and VA. We can go as low as 580 credit score on FHA and VA. We can go as low as 620 on conventional. USDA, we're all on the same playing field there. We're going to be at 640 there. As far as FHA, if you have someone who has 10% down, we can actually go as low as 570. So if you're able to put at least 10% down, we can go 570. Now on the 580, they only need to do the 3.5, which is normal for everyone else. But if they have a lower credit score, they go 570. If you have someone new who has a credit score of like a 579, you got to get them up to a 580. I would do a rapid rescore. The way it works is I do a simulator to see what we need to do to get their credit up. Sometimes it's something as simple as paying the credit card down. I have a lady right now that I'm working with. She has 4 credit cards. They all have a $300 limit. She's maxed out on 4 of them. All she has to do is pay that down. Now, I tell her it's an easy fix because it's money, but you know, she has to come up with that $1,200. You get that $1,200, you give me proof that you paid it. I can do a rapid rescore. We get your credit score up. We're able to get you in the house. Okay. Some new products that we're offering, or not new, but I think they're coming back because we're all trying to find new loans and what we can do to get some new deals closed. We do 12-month and 24-month bank statement. The way that works is if you're a self-employed borrower who does not claim their income right now, or who has not done the taxes, I literally just take all your deposits, add them up over 12 months, divide them, that's your income. For example, if someone's bringing in $10,000 a month, and up 12 months, that's $120,000 divided 12, that's 10,000. That's their income. We base their debt income on that information. We're still doing the 3-2-1 buy down or 2-1 buy down. You know, anybody who's looking to do that, where you know, for the first 2 years, their credit score is, you know, subtracted. So say, not their credit score, interest rate. So they start off at 7%. That first year, it could be 5%. Second year, it'll be 6%. Last year's 7%. They do have to qualify on the higher interest rate. That's a great product for someone who's a little worried about their interest rates right now. And then obviously, we would like to refinance it within a year or two to get it back down to the lowest credit score. So other than that, I'm seeing a lot more loans accepted VA, FHA, a lot more seller concessions. Of all the deals I'm doing this month, think I have 5 deals where they're all, the sellers are paying closing costs. So to me, that's a leveling off, of the market, which, I like. Obviously, we don't know what's gonna happen in the spring because we still have, limited, houses out there. And when the spring comes and more people are buying in the houses, hopefully we'll get some more houses. I don't know. So, other than that, that's it. Do you guys have any questions on any of the products I talked about or any underwriting or anything like that? Underwriting right now is extremely fast, within 24 hours. So that's a good thing also. Things are getting turned around quickly. So, any questions on what's going on in the market or any question on products or anything? Yes, sir.
Monica found an article out of the Rhino Times that the city is doing down. Have
The,
you heard about?
the only one that I'm familiar with and I can do a little research is the 8,000 one.
This one is like the city's doing 20,000 for city workers and 15,000 for non-civil. It's right.
I'm not, don't know. I'll do a little research and shoot you an email. Yeah, please do, yeah.
You want to make staff workers, county workers, county, Renfrew city workers, public school workers in Guilford County, and then veterans and our active military. 15,000 for certain reconstruction areas that would be offering like an additional 5,000 or 10,000 for that purpose in that area.
Do they have to live in that area for a certain amount of years?
So I haven't got the details on
Okay.
the time.
So it's on that website?
Yes. it's on the
Okay, I'll check it. Yeah, I've not heard, that's a significant amount, so.
Yeah.
I do know that, and I don't know if it's tied to this or not, I think it was Bank of America that's offering, certain things like that, and that might be tied to it, but you have to live in a certain area, and you have to live there for like a minimum of 10 years. No,
I didn't see the amount of time
Okay.
that for forgive Lord.
yeah,
The workers, county workers.
well, that's a significant amount, that's a good thing, but no, I have not seen that, but yeah, if you could send me that, I'll go on the website, and check it out, so, all right, thank you. But yeah, other than that, I think things are picking up, like I said, I've seen a lot more applications come in. People are applying a lot more, so I'm hoping, when spring comes around, we get some more inventory. Just get the ground running, so. If you guys have any questions, like I said, my email's in the back, I have plenty of cards there, just send me an email and I'll respond to you. And you should have some food here in the next 20 or 30 minutes.
You're awesome.
All right,
Thank you
thanks,
so
guys.
much. All right, thankfully, as agents are, a lot of us are not known for being on time, so only half of you saw some of the slides, so we're good to go. All right, thank you. I want you to start thinking about how many ducks that you want. I would like to start by my leadership members that are in the room. Do you mind standing for me, please? Pretty please. I'm not gonna make you speak, so. I don't have enough ducks to give you all a duck today, so I'll run by your offices to give you ducks, but I wanted to thank both our ALC leadership and both our leadership team for everything that you do. It is fantastic to start every single day of the week with how can we do better? How can we bring more to our agents? How can we have the best market center? And so I thank leadership team for that every single day. And our ALC members, you give so much, and you guys are some of our busiest agents. And the way that you guys show up in this market center just makes me really proud that you're on ALC this year. So I just wanted to give a bucket bill to all of you and just thank you. All right, see, that wasn't horrible. Like, we make everybody else come up to the front of the room, right? I'd like to kick off ducks with Tracy is not here today, but I'm going to give a duck to Tracy Tyson because one, he's smiling and happy and in a good mood every day. And I don't care what kind of mood you're in. If you encounter him, you come out of it in a better mood. And then as your new team leader, coming in December, he gave me a Christmas gift, and it was just the most touching thing that he would even think of me, because I didn't expect anything, and I certainly didn't have anything for anybody else. And so that just meant a lot to me, but he's a special human being, and I think that that's the spirit of the duck. So I like to start out by Tracy, this is your duck. All right, who wants ducks?
I think one, well, this is from Megan.
She just wanted to say thank you for keeping everyone in the loop and supporting the CDT, and she said you're a constant.
Felt on that.
This is for Chris. It's appropriate, it's got a language on it. So he switched in the other day, we got a lead walk in, it's an investor from California who is looking to start investing here. I was right at the end of phone duty, so I was like, okay, yeah, I can help you. And I went back and I said, hey, Chris, you've done this, you know what you're doing, can you come talk to us? And so we got together and talked, and he sounds like he's gonna be a great individual coming here, and Chris has talked to him several times, we met several times, and I think it's gonna be a great opportunity for us. So, I really appreciate you stepping in and helping me.
You're listening.
You should have stood up with the rest of leadership. You needed a high level in this market center, and I'm very thankful for you. All right. Who else got? Man, hey, what? You guys already know.
I'll get there, much of it.
Jeff, you guys hype me up so much here. I love all the energy from you. I love being able to come to you and have been to my them. Literally all the time, they text message and FaceTime. I love that we have karaoke friends now, and so that we have this whole fun relationship, and I'm just so grateful that you guys are in my life, and business, and my first. And this is Crystal, because Canadians take care of Canadians. And she definitely brought home some treats for me, like she had with Bruno recently, and it was, I think that I needed to have that home for the day away, and I feel that family.
Awesome. Who else like that?
Know it.
I think it's coordinated.
Probably not.
John? So Donna is the person in the office that, when she asked what you're doing, she's really, like, I love talking to Donna. The other morning, I came in, I had my yogurt for breakfast, and had it inspired like 2 weeks ago. She had Steve stop at Chick-fil-A on the way to the office and bring me yogurt from like, oh my God. Thanks, Donna.
Yes. We're gonna put the coordination to test.
Oh.
Somebody else has noticed it the way I have. The mindset, the enthusiasm, the culture. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So these are for, our Elite Realty Group admins that we like to call our glue. Basically, and George. So they are amazing. I know, I'll speak for myself, I know I could not do what I do for my clients and provide the service that I provide for them without those two.
So I want to give this one that really inspires me, which you are today. I've been involved certainly anytime. They're very supportive, always motivating, positive, supporting me with issues that I have, and I'm doing a great job.
Glad you said that. I am really encouraged at the representation that we're seeing at GRRA. I have made a commitment to make sure that I'm at every single meeting. I would love for you guys to make that commitment as well. We are the largest here in Greensboro, and they look to us to be a leader in our culture. That's what our culture is, right? Win-win, no deal, integrity, all of the Y4C2Ts. And so, you know, it's once a month. It's the first Tuesday of the month. Am I correct on that? You know, they feed you, you've already paid for it, you know, as a board member, you know, so you're prepaid in your meals. We all love food, but I would love to see you there. So thank you to those of you who not only accept us as leaders, but to those of you who take the time out of your day to go and attend those meetings. All right, any other ducks?
You can pick your-
I want two more, actually.
You get
yes.
two more?
Thank you so much.
Pick your own dog out there. This talks to you. You came and spoke to PC about 2 weeks ago and whatever, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we really appreciate you coming in there and speaking and kind of telling your story and kind of that very touching story, but also, can I tell you how many more new agents we're having there doing open houses in the last few weeks? So it's like, our parent from mom and dad, yeah, listen, but parent from somebody else, and they picked up their game and they're doing open houses, so we really appreciate your input. You were so well. There's no.
I'm only gonna put my ducks down because I don't want to drop them. Y'all know that I came to serve. And so, and I also believe that sometimes we're too bright and shiny and that version of ourselves. So I believe in being very authentic and just sharing. So I appreciate the opportunity to share my story. And true, I built my business off of door knocking and open houses and all the things that we teach you. So it was lovely. Go ahead.
One of these for Bianca Fairview and the others for Aisha Richardson. They are absolutely powerhouses on our Carolina expansion partner team. A couple weeks ago, I'm in a better place now, but you know, you get to that point after a little while in your career, especially as you're an agent, not new anymore, but I still new work. And you get to that point where eventually you want to throw your phone against the wall. And I've heard from all of the experienced agents here that you're gonna eventually hit that wall if you don't have those processes in place. And if you're not constantly checking your time blocking and going back to your business planning to readjust as needed. And apparently that was overdue, and they helped me to get myself back in a place where I feel like I'm better managing my time, my schedule, my work-life balance. And they stopped me one day and just, are you okay? What can we do? And they took the time beyond the professional to sit down with me as a human, as a woman, the wife, and to coach me through that. So I will leave them at this week.
Anybody else before we wrap up? On the thank yous and the Bechdels, I don't want to cut anybody out because this is our culture. This is what I love. This is the first time that I experienced this. I went, oh, this is my jam. These are my people. Anybody else have any more Bechdels? Yeah.
I do want to say something. When I was at the convention, started, my he's the CEO and you got her A. So do we have any new agents in here? So please, I can do the same one. What did you say? Wait, look at the Stand up.
This is our very first. She just signed on with us yesterday. Everybody welcome in.
Yes, because Mike said that there's a lot of agents that come down to fill the application for, you know, to be a part of the association. They go to it, and I was like, oh, that doesn't happen with us. Yeah, Maxine.
I love that.
I just want to make sure that all of our agents, when they go down, they get more, because I get some all over. These are them. Nice to meet you.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, let's see if the clicker has decided it still wants to work. Surprised to half of you. I know, I'm scared to click it. I'm like not even kidding. I'm so scared to click it. Full disclosure, about 5 minutes before you walked into the room. I did that. See, Dee Dee is on a cruise doing her CE, so I will stand in for Dee Dee. I was so thankful that you were not here for that one. All right, we're gonna do anniversaries. We're gonna go into our normal course of things, but I just wanted to kind of cut to kind of curb a couple things. So we normally go through all the awards for the month, our home runs. We don't have numbers back from KWRI yet, so from Transmittal. So we're going to send that after the fact. So we will celebrate you in all our fashion. You just won't do it in this room this month, so that's okay. For those of you who have got anniversaries, come on up. See, I'm gonna move the Zoom bar so we can actually read the first name here. But yes, if this is your anniversary and you're celebrating Arlene, Sue, Mark, Jennifer, Nick, Corella. We're celebrating your anniversary. Jason. Ronnie, William, Jermaine, Stephanie, Travis, Farrah.
Today it's today. It's this month today.
I am requiring.
No, it's not.
The slide says otherwise, Ronnie, thank you.
The slides are wrong. I joined.
But we're but we're happy that you're here. That's the most important thing. Big. Thank you. We're so happy that you are with us. Welcome to another year. Slides. All right, if it is your birthday, if we are celebrating your birthday, can you come up for your birthday, please? Mike, Jeffrey, LaShawna, Haza, Angie, Dexter, Portia, Rosie, Stephen, James, Kristen, Monica, Bruce, Monica Perry, who's not here but isn't with us in spirit, Burton, and Annette.
Well, no.
That's okay. You guys are special.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was asking if you wanted to dance.
Happy birthday. All right, clicker, we need to work. This has to be a thing. There we go. I'd like to welcome in two of our new agents, Amanda Coffer and Jason Chubbuck. I don't believe either here, but then also we will celebrate you next month, and yet you're here. So welcome. We had 4 new agents join this month, and so look forward to welcoming them into next team meeting. I see what it is every time I click on the Zoom bar. All right, the most fun thing that we're going to talk about today is the monthly agent bill. Are we excited? All right, so as you see, I know. No, I know. All right, so let's talk about it. Open space, right? Has everything gone up? Fair? Like everything has gone up. Is there anything that was the same price as it was 2 years ago that you can think of? Right, we're experiencing the same thing. So two different things have happened. One, KW as a whole is raising the tech fee. How many of you were here when we were on EH? Okay, so you've been on the journey of command where we started, right? It was a clunky little baby when we very first started. It could only do a few things. How many of you are still using command today? Okay, is it the same command of where we started at? No. We have spent an awful lot of money to make it what it is today, and it is a fantastic system. And the goal is to make sure that it is best in class across the board. We are the only real estate company that is still in this fight to own our own technology. Everybody has given up. And so it really is out of a desire to make you the best of the best of the best. So we're just continuing to invest in ourselves and in our businesses. So part of it is a technology fee. If you're looking at it though, comparative against the other Keller Williams offices, we're still lower. Comparative to the other brokerages around us, we're still lower. So I know it's hard to think about it going up, and yet in perspective, it is what it is. The other thing is our errors and emissions insurance went up. Cost of doing business, right? The last couple of years, which last year was a crazy year, right? Some things happened that maybe didn't normally happen in markets before. And so it's just a cost thing. What's the conversation? All right, is there any questions? Anybody that would like to let's have a conversation around it besides the sticker shot? Aren't you happy that we did happy birthdays before we did this? It's inevitable. It is. Yes, Bill.
We had some of the lowest E&O rates of any company, especially a company this size, for years and years and years. There are numerous offices in our market that are the E&O coverage per agent is in excess of $50. And so the fact that we are having to increase and still not go above $20 in practice. So and that's a great thing with the agents because y'all stay out of trouble. We actually changed back to Hanford, which is my opinion, after we had when I was big before, and I think they are phenomenal. They have an incredible legal team. They have great communication skills. They are outstanding. So yes, as of this year, we moved to them, but that had no bearing on cost.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. On the technology side, and Marilla, I'm going to have you, talk about, well, as a matter of fact, Marilla, do you mind sharing?
Yeah, I'll share that.
Let's do it.
Because I mean, since we are upgrading listing, I don't know if anyone who's using listing book and we're still paying for it. Is there?
Yes, you said that it was gonna be. That was an exciting and what? But they told me to note it on the invoice as listing. So
I'm looking at it as, I'm looking at it as
that $3. I mean, you're new, it doesn't even know.
All right, let me ask you this.
I think the point of that.
Yeah.
ALC was regardless of if it's one missing book or one to download, we still need that $3.
It's just where we are, you guys. So a couple of things I want to talk about on the command side of things. I don't know how many of you know, but in my history here with Keller Williams, at some point I was a market center tech trainer. So I come from a high level of command, knowing that it can be frustrating to set it up, and it's because it can work any way that you want it to. And yet I also know how far it has come. And there's some features in there that you probably don't even know is a thing. For example, who uses the KW app, the new app? Anybody? Fantastic. In the KW app, if you're making your phone calls directly out of the app, it comes directly from your phone number. As soon as you are done with that call, it prompts you to log the call, any notes that you had during that call, and allows you to set a task of the next time you want to converse with that individual. Would we all agree that we meet enough people, but we don't do great follow-up? Could that be a beneficial tool to you? That's just part of your technology. So that's one good example. There are a lot of things like that. So if you haven't visited Command in a long time, I would love to help hook you up with Monica Perry or even Sydney Seymour, who's our regional tech trainer, and give you another look at it. And then on top of that, we're about to roll out a whole lot of new stuff at Family Reunion. So be prepared to have some good conversation around that. Yes, sir.
Not trying to get off subject, but we're talking about second, talking about the app. I find out the new in-laws, we sure where you can brand your own recently, and I sent it to a friend to try, and we opened it. The name on it was an agent named Adam from Asheville. It was different, it was like linking to a different agent. Maybe that's a personal problem.
Interesting. I could see where that would definitely be an issue though. Interesting.
You definitely need to call out that.
MLS Spec app has a feature where you can train your own app in it. I'm gonna try it out because my friend was trying to have all types of commercial, vacant land, everything sent to him, so I was trying to figure out how to do that. Yeah. And I set him up, it said it's gonna be put in a code, and then that's sort of like a verification process, right? And then when he opened it, though, like the information on there was that he didn't add, but it was like a different firm. And there was an issue there. If anybody else is trying that,
So that's on the MLS app. Okay.
My family with branding, it was fine, so.
Always test anything out though. That's always good advice.
Did you report to the MLS?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, and we did. We won't go and,
All right, for the sake of time, are we okay to move on from the increase in the monthly bill? All right,
I mean, I used it when I did mortgage, and I did the boot camp with Monica last, not this past October before, and even though my increase is pretty, I'm still in Command, and it works. It's much better than it was. I mean, if you tried it years ago, yeah,
not the
I gave up on it. But it works. If you use it, if you know how to use it properly, it will work for you 100%.
I think a great analogy for it is we've all been to a restaurant, right, where the menu was not great, the service was not great, the food was not great, and then it shut down and got opened by new management, right? And they hired a new chef and they got a new menu and it was a totally different experience. That's where we are with Command. It's a totally different experience than what you had. So I challenge you.
And Monica is like super, I mean, literally, you'll text her, she'll respond immediately, and she will let you know, you can book appointments with her, and she will teach you how to use it, and it will 100% help.
For everybody, if you don't already have answers.kw.com bookmarked in your device, I would definitely suggest that answers.kw.com. Anything within our tech world that you have a question about is usually there in an article. And what I like about it is it's step by step and it's visual. I'm a very visual learner, so I like to be able to see what it looks like and what I need to click on and where I need to go. So answers.kw.com. All right, so we talked about the monthly bill going up. Let's talk about the next. Our disappearing and our loyalty cap. There has been a lot of conversation about this and we appreciate your patience as we kind of ironed it out. Disappearing cap has really been in place. Loyalty cap we had to kind of work on. So two opportunities for you to lower your cap, right? The first one is the permanent disappearing cap. So what that means is you have sent your team leader an awesome referral of an agent who would be a capping agent. So 2.5 million or so and above, right? And they join our firm because our firm is awesome. They experience us here, and then because you brought that person in automatically, and please make sure that I am correct on my data, my data friend, it's $3,000 when you bring, is that correct off the cap if you were a full cap, is that correct, or what's the disappearing cap? Remind me, I think I've gotten my stuff.
No, it's three, you're a full cap.
Full cap.
Deduction of your cap, like $8,000. While that person is still with the company.
right? So win-win.
And if they are here, they are full capper, right? And normally, we're looking at in this market, at least a
Mhm.
$3 million producer, right?
There.
That's how it works.
That's how it works, just like that. So that's one. A loyalty cap. So for those of you who have been with us for 3 years, and this works for team members too. Obviously, if you bring us as a team member that you're on a team, you bring us somebody of that caliber, then we take $1,000 off of your cap, right? That's the comparison. On the loyalty cap, if you've been with us for 3 years, at the full cap level, we're gonna take off $3,000 off of your cap just for being here and being loyal and capping. Like that's a privilege of you continuing to participate here. Team members, $1,000 off of yours. So yes, the monthly bill has gone up, right? That is an expense that you can write off and it's definitely something that you're gonna have to take into consideration. We're doing what we can to also make sure that we put money back in your pockets. So for your loyalty. So just thank you for that.
Just questions.
Yay, I like questions. Thank you. We're gonna send it out in writing too, so that helps with a little bit of clarity. What other questions? It's effective as your anniversary date.
The loyalty cap is just. Your loyalty cap is just.
So we explain the loyalty cap again, if you've been here 3 years,
3+ years.
3+ years.
You're getting 3,000 off.
yearly.
As long as you're here, yes.
In that case, my anniversary is better.
Opportunity.
Our exception.
Yes.
One is for the disappearing cap, it is for full cappers.
Correct.
In other words, if you're a team member on a team, you will get an adjustment, but it's the same percentage as if you had a full cap. So your cap, if you prefer to capper and you're on a team, let's say you're a fire agent, your cap will come down to $1,000. It's the same percentage. Number two, you don't get credit for fitting people into your team. Okay,
Thank you.
and the loyalty cap only applies to full cappers. I mean, firing some teams do not get the loyalty cap, it's only the full cap.
We had a cap for 3 years, it's good. Is what you're saying? Like 4 caps.
Yes, it is junior year. It's junior related.
When do you get the disappearing cap if you bring on an agent?
If they brought, let's say I sign on an agent today, when would our agent get their cap produced?
I thought it was that there'd be an anniversary.
I know it's all spelled out. I'm just asking if you remember. You have, yeah, I believe anniversary, because it has to be sustainable for the Market Center, right? We want to take care of you and we also don't want to take the Market Center because that would be bad for us all. So it's definitely on a win-win system. We'll get both of those documents out to you today. If there's anything that is unclear after you get the documents, send us in the questions. We'll polish up and make sure that everybody gets an updated version. Fair? Awesome. All right, ALC members, I'm actually, Crystal, if I could go ahead and have Crystal Williams, did she pop out? She was back there. All right, but our ALC members, are any of you guys looking for committee members still? Does everybody have their committees pretty much filled out? On our ALC? All right, so if you don't mind, please stand up. What is your committee? You guess that it is.
The education, education. So I'm really looking for one, maybe two more community. I would love someone that's newer to the way to be real estate. So when you hear all of the things that it's. And I would love one that's half. And that is how we do better. So. I'd love to add one of those people strategy.
It is all about any training or class or ideas.
All right, thank you very much. If you are looking for a way to get involved in your market center, coming into your ALC committees is a fantastic opportunity. It gives you say, it gives you ideas, and we are a training company, yes? And we want to make sure that we are providing training from our brand new agents, to our agents who have been with us for a very long time, right? And at all different levels of protection. We want to make sure that we are providing training for everyone. So your voice matters. Please let her know what classes you'd like to see. And if you would like to participate in that committee, make sure that you reach out to Kara. Crystal, if I can call you up real quick, since we're on the ALC, I thought I would give you this moment.
So I wanted to just reiterate that we do have a vendor program. Did anybody not know that we had a vendor program? Okay, good. As I see all the time, a lot of in the chat or in the text, a lot of people are like, well, do we have vendors for this or that? And we do. So I wanted to pass out all of our vendors so that you'll have it. And then you'll see the categories that we're missing people in. So if you can let us know if there's any other categories that maybe you have vendors that are not in here. And so we added 4 new ones, just so you know, if anyone's interested, we have 2 levels. So one is 600 for the whole year. So if you have anyone that wants to be a partner, that's really not that much for small businesses for the whole year. And then we have like our lenders that can come in and they do more things with us. That is 500 per month. So that's the difference. But anyway, it is front and back, and I just want to let you know, please patronize these people, guys. This year or last year, they gave us over $70,000. So that's a lot of money. So they with that money. So with that money, we do the awards banquet, we do that phenomenal Christmas party that everybody came to, food trucks, any type of events here. So all of those things are sponsored by us. Does anyone have any questions about anything? What our budget is? We would really like to get at least 70, again this year. I mean, that would be great. Because we dropped some of the prices in some of the categories and some of the vendors backed out. So we're trying to get more vendors again this year.
And we're back down 50%. And, God, but not the, no one that was party.
Yeah,
Yes.
we do. So
It really does, everything.
You just said why they're back out.
well, a couple of them were like, well, I'm not getting business, but those are the people that I never saw. So we get this responsibility on both of them, so they have to come in, they have to talk to the agents and all that. So I think really they just weren't working the program. So they have to come in and be in front of you guys to get business. So, but if you think of anyone, please let me know. If you want to be on our committee, please let us know. I think we're going to try to meet here next week. So we would love to have you and your ideas as well.
So you're looking for more people to join your committee as well?
Yes.
Ah, fantastic. Another opportunity to be involved in your market center.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Crystal.
All right,
Appreciate it. Don't hold tight to your vendors. Like I said to you last month, wouldn't it be awesome to grow their businesses so much that they have to hire more people, right? That's what we do. We grow businesses. So, share your folks. We want the money so that we can have awesome events here. And so those, and those people, wouldn't they benefit from getting in front of 233 awesome agents? Yeah, thank you. All right, we're gonna go through 9,000 things that you need to put on your calendar. All of you guys get daily candy, so we're not gonna spend super long time on all of it, and yet I did want to. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send all that video, and unless you know how to. You want to try it this way? Because I want you to be able to hear it. I don't want to play it just to play it.
That's not problem.
Fix me.
I think
It went up. And how they is.
It's not one of our. Usually this is. We'll try one more time.
All right, no worries, we're just sending out to everybody.
Now turn it.
I'm gonna take you back. No, I'm not, it won't let me. That's not supposed to go. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, like, we have so much to cover, it's not even funny. Let me get us back. And present. I'll send it out to everybody. This is what's great when I tell you guys that I used to be a market center tech trainer. I was not a good market center tech trainer. There's a reason why I'm team leader and not market center tech trainer.
Hello, Keller Riggs, and welcome to the Monster.
No, Mark, you're done. We gave you your moment. You failed. I'm sorry. All right, so we're gonna go through a bunch of stuff. Leverage series. This is going to be at Hope Community Church in Apex. So it's on your our daily candy, but this is going through career visioning, 30, 60, 90 hiring. So if any of you guys are looking to add to your team, I definitely suggest going to this. And even if you're not looking to hire your team, it helps you better understand the people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. So this is a worthwhile one to attend. And June Rivers is a fantastic presenter. So just for that reason alone, I would put this on your calendar and it's going to sell out. So go ahead and sign up today if you can. All right. He's also doing the Millionaire Real Estate Investor, and that's going to be in Charlotte. So that's another one. Again, fantastic presenter. But for those of you who are either in the middle of doing investments or want to dip into that world, this is a great class to take, and it goes right along with the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. Well, Building Wednesdays, Wednesday, February 8th at 1 o'clock, we're going to have the 1031 exchange. Andy, do you have anything you'd like to add about what that is going to entail?
So we have, announced that, investors exchanges. West.
We are doing our best to Zoom everything and record it. So the intention is there. Yes, we're just in the process of getting back into that practice, but yes, that is the intention. Lunch and Learn on renovation loans is coming up with our day. So that's a fantastic one to put on there. Who's coming to tomorrow stay out of court? No. How many are coming? Yeah, this, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to put it like this. There are people coming after your business. You want to protect yourself. This is worthwhile coming to on a large scale. So if you're not able to be there, we will Zoom this, we will record it, but this is not one to miss, because when I tell you there are people coming after your business, I'm not kidding. So we need to have a conversation. This is going to be a great one. Phil's done a great job on putting this together, as well as Crystal. So it's going to be informative. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little shocking and scary. So good stuff. Super Bowl tailgate this Friday here in the training room. We have people who are signing up to bring food. If you would love to share something with us, please do. I want everyone to dress up in their favorite team gear. And just come and enjoy each other and have a reason to come together that's outside of business. So I hope to see you guys on Friday. So what kind of board do we have? Competitive people. Who's going to win squares? All right. We have the next wealth building on Monday is going to be February 13th with How Money Works with Glenn Carver. The color of real estate. So one of the things that we are going to include into every team meeting every single month is a DEI moment. So that's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I get the opportunity to kick it off for this month. One of the things that I did when we came on team leader, as we were looking at our new agents and creating their new 30, 60, 90, I have required that all new agents take unconscious bias, the color of real estate, and NAR's fair housing as part of their training coming into this company. We feel like that in addition to understanding how to run their business at a high level, they also need to understand our culture and right from the beginning experience that from us. So that was something that I put into our training. It's very near and dear to my heart. I am a fair housing approved trainer. So if I can, I will bring that to us as soon as possible. But Julie, if you've never been in any of her classes, she's a fantastic instructor. She's very passionate, wonderfully handles some of the most difficult conversations as you can have. It is about all areas of diversity and inclusion. So not just one sector or another. It's free. So can I encourage you to please definitely jump in on this class. And we have an agent of distinction. If anybody's interested in hearing what the path is to become an agent of distinction, I would love to have that conversation. This one is a Zoom, and you register for it on kwlearningcenter.com. And I will have all the slides out for you guys so you have all the links and all the good stuff. All right, agency class. Sorry, cracks me up every time. He'll be on the floor. Obviously, agency is something that's extraordinarily important to us, and that is something that can be greatly misconstrued. So if you have not taken the class, then I recommend that you do. And as a brush up, it's always good to come in, especially as you have things that come up, seller sub-agency, all of those things. You need to understand it at a high level, who you're representing, who you are the fiduciary to, and what the responsibilities are. So thanks for Captain Bill for teaching agency. Contracts 102, you get the dynamic duo for that. And so which contracts you guys have been talking about 102?
So next week, we're gonna go over how to actually write your. We're gonna go through how.
Love it, love it, love it. This is not just paperwork, folks. These are contracts. So it is extraordinarily important that you understand your contracts at a high level. Not only that, but that's really a place where you can demonstrate your expertise to your clients on being able to explain that document, those documents at a high level. So thank you so much for teaching this class. KW1 lender panel is going to be February 14th on Valentine's Day, 12:30. That's next Tuesday. Contracts with our lovely Burton. Again, contracts are important, so make sure that you attend. And then our lead generation platform, 72 Sold and Rise. Who is excited to hear about 72 Sold and Rise? There are lead sources that we are bringing into the market center. And Mr. Andy is going to present those for us. And so, if you're interested in adding a lead source to your business, the market center is going to help support you on, then this is something definitely worth to come to. You have anything that you want to say on that now, or good for me?
So two big things that Gary Keller talked about. Mark providing especially.
Those of you who've been with Keller Williams for a long time, we've kind of been stuck in our ways, and we were the company of, we don't buy leads. This is where we were for a long time. And so this shows how much our field is evolving, and that Gary Keller is saying that we need to bring, that this has got to be a big part of our market centers going forward. Material facts on February 16th. An outfit, which I would also love to see. Hamilton Home Mortgage is going to do a lunch and learn on new construction loans on the 16th. Masterminds and invitations will go out today. Thank you so much for being patient, waiting to figure out if you're not quite sure which mastermind is for you. Every Friday, I'm holding a mastermind. And this is an opportunity to come together to talk about what's going on in the market, talk about what's going on in your business, talk about what ideas. It is a collaboration. And so it falls in the same cadence every month. The first Friday of the month is for your admin. So any admins in the room, any teams that have admins, please send your admin and give them the grace to take the time to come to the mastermind for two really good reasons. One, it's not a correct session, like we said that right from the beginning, so it's not a time to come in and complain about your rainmaker and all the things that they do wrong. It's definitely not that. Our admins are the backbones of our businesses, and they tend to be the most forgotten population within the agent body. And so we want to make sure that we're giving them a group and a place to share and collaborate and be better for all of you. Then the next week after that is new agents and under half cappers. The week after that on Friday at 11 o'clock every Friday, then it is half cappers. And then the fourth Friday of the month is cappers. So your invitations will go out so you know which Friday is yours. Again, thank you for your patience. We set up a command account for ourselves. So we're going to be running smart plans. And then all the months that have a fifth week in the month, we do mega masterminds. And those are for $8 million in productions and above. So we're trying to give you groups of people that are in the same place of your business to share and collaborate with. And that's also one of my contributions to the Market Center. I lead those. As a matter of fact, for any ALC members though who are not going to family reunion, I need someone to lead that Friday's mastermind. I'll give you the tools to do it, but know that I'm going to be knocking on your doors and asking somebody to step up for me, please. Awesome. Social media do's and don'ts with Jessica on the 23rd. I love that photo, by the way. It's my favorite photo. Lunch and learn with Atlantic Bay on mortgage underwriting on the 23rd. The mastermind for the cappers is on the 24th, in the fourth week of the month. Mix, mingle, and find your match. This is so if you guys remember in the past, we've brought people together to meet the teams. This is your opportunity if you are considering joining a team or you would like to know more information about a team. We're going to do another team meetup. And so that's, we'll have refreshments, we'll have food. All of you team leaders can come up and give yourself a 3-minute elevator pitch, and then they're all going to go back to their offices, and then you will have a map to go and meet with all the teams that you're curious about learning more about. So if you are a team and you have not signed up to participate in that, please do. And individual agents, if we haven't sent that out, we will send that out with the team slides. Talked about if you have a referral, how does your team leader like referrals? I like referrals anyway, except for paper slid under my door. Like you can email me, you can text me. I love this resource. But what I really need from you is just a little bit of information so that I can have a good conversation, right? How you met them. So Maxine, if I may put you on the spot, do you mind? You sent me a fantastic candidate. She's coming from a company that doesn't have a cap. So might that be an interesting, thing for me to know of where her pain point is, right? And she's not only going to sign on, I'm pretty sure, but she's bringing a friend. So if you send me a referral, I will follow up. I will communicate with you to let you know how it's going. So that way you know where you are. And I'll do everything I can to also make sure that we name you as their sponsor. I don't want you guys having the sponsorship conversation because it creates a lot of ugliness. And so if you haven't come to my profit share class, next time I teach you, I would love to see you there. We have that conversation for you at a high level. We are explaining that the person that you name as a sponsor should be the person who really encouraged you to have that meeting with the team leader. Because what happens if somebody is, for example, a seasoned agent and they know 6 agents here and everybody who sees them in the hall is like, here's your sponsor. It's not our culture. It's just not how we do it here. So just, let us have that conversation, but send me people that would be great fits in our culture, or like Chris brought up last time, people who really need our education and culture. The Market Center, definitely you want the Market Center to continue to grow because the more profitable we are, the more profit share you get, right? Fair enough. We've talked about 201 Club and Align. We're going to do another session here coming up in March about feeding our database. So if you're interested in coming and learning more about how to work your CRM through command, I would love to. The point is, is that we know that agents who have at least 201 contacts in their database and they are communicating with it systematically and consistently are making at least $100,000 a year. So this is just in your database alone. That's a valuable thing. So if you're not using it, I would love to help you use it. Our cappers this month. All right. Are any of you here? Indra, Shaka, and Arlene, we have your lovely gifts for you. So I'll make sure that you get them. If everybody will give them a round of applause because having a I think it is awesome to be with a company that says we only want what we need to make it sustainable to provide an awesome place for you guys, and then we don't want to dime more. So that's just an awesome thing, and it's a great thing for agents to achieve. So congratulations. All right, and we will finish. You have 2.5 minutes. I can call up our brokers in charge, please. Appreciate it. And then we're going to close out and eat after this. So thank you so much for everybody for hanging in with us, because this is like you can finish with the brokers in charge. What you got for us this month?
Okay, couple of things. One, to remind you, please do come tomorrow to class. Stay out. There's stuff that has been happening recently. It's going to get scary. So we want to make sure we're front end. A lot of information starting tomorrow and in the. So. That was my.
And then we just wanted to let you guys know, we had a lot of. Just wanted to. First, you guys are in. So we just want to remind you, so the agents. Do you have questions about that?
You can still do self agent.
And get full commission. Get full commission.
Not that long ago, this. Both sides on property. Was not well versed in agents. Made several agency mistakes, made the seller very mad. So what was the equivalent of making $1 million saving? This is a saving. All because the agent. So I know a fabulous instructor. Next week, we followed closely thereafter. Contracts. Crystal is going to be teaching later. Info.
Really question, I'm curious on the frequency in our office. I was just curious, it might be a little bit, but are there any education or communication know about that?
Right, that's a loaded question. Yeah. Got 20 minutes.
And it kind of falls back to what we talked about last month, sharing, listing photos, walking through the house. You don't have the authority.
You cannot do any public marketing whatsoever. You can market within this office, then you have to move through agents in this office cannot turn around and marketing. It is, when it's exclusive, it means absolutely exclusive. That is at the request of the seller, not. Because I mean, let's face it, 99.18%. So you have to tread very carefully, very unique, dispersing information out.
So, yeah. I can find like.
Absolutely.
Yes,
But
yes.
where does the marketing possible?
Any kind of public marketing.
So I can't go on Facebook, hey, good offices.
Correct. Only if.
Where that house.
Correct. You've got to make some agreement with that buyer before you can decide that information to, for an option.
Oh, that's important. So you couldn't just put it up to your whole database, for example.
No. Cannot.
Yeah, very good.
No, you must have, because unless you have an agency client relationship. There is no allegiance. You're giving it to you and your boss. That allegiance must. Don't send it to a customer. Don't blindly send it.
Yes.
As a point, I feel like that would be a great talking point during a buyer agency agreement situation that we can say, hey, if you're signing into this agreement with us, this also allows us to share with you these off-market listings and these office exclusive listings that I couldn't otherwise share with you if we were not.
Good job.
Sure to include that it gives your broker control. All right.
Back to some roll rate on your desk.
Thank you so much.
All
All right. Thank you, guys.
right. Thank you both for always being so willing and for teaching so much. It means a lot to us and especially your relevance in the field, so just thank you. Thank you to all of you for coming. It's 10:50, so we got really close this time, right? Like kudos to all of you and for participating at a high level. Bring some food.